Princess Leonor in 2026, her expanding royal role. What happens when a future queen suddenly finds herself stepping into the spotlight not someday, but right now? In 2026, Princess Leonor's world appears to be changing faster than ever. Her military training is reaching its conclusion. Her public appearances are becoming more significant. She has stood alongside Spain's royal family on major international occasions, and soon, another major chapter begins: university. But is this simply the natural life of a young princess, or are we watching the gradual transformation of Leonor into Spain's future head of state? Princess Leonor has spent much of her life preparing for one enormous responsibility: becoming Queen of Spain. But 2026 may be one of the most important transition years yet. At just 20, Leonor is moving from a period dominated by education and military preparation into a much more visible royal role, and the signs are becoming harder to ignore. One of the biggest developments is the completion of her 3-year military education. After training across Spain's army, navy, and air and space forces, Leonor has gained experience that is unusual for a future monarch. Her military journey has included naval training, time aboard the training ship Juan Sebastián de Elcano, and aviation training. She even completed solo flying training during her Air and Space Academy period. But now comes the fascinating part. What happens after the training? Leonor is not simply stepping away from preparation. She is moving into another kind of preparation. In September 2026, she is expected to begin studying political science at Universidad Carlos III de Madrid. The degree also encompasses areas such as law, economics, sociology, humanities, and international relations. Think about what that means. A future queen studying politics, while simultaneously becoming increasingly visible as a representative of the Spanish crown. And we have already seen glimpses of that transition. In July, Leonor appeared at the 2026 Princess of Girona Foundation Awards, taking on a prominent role at one of the foundation's major events. Then came an extraordinary international moment. Leonor traveled with King Felipe VI, Queen Letizia, and Infanta Sofia to the United States for the 2026 FIFA World Cup final. Spain won the tournament, and the royal family celebrated with the national team. For Leonor, however, the significance went beyond football. It placed Spain's future queen on one of the world's biggest stages, alongside her father and mother, in front of an enormous international audience. And then came another revealing moment. On August 4, Leonor joined her family at the traditional summer reception at Marivent Palace in Mallorca. This was only the second time Leonor and her sister Sofia had participated in the reception, following their debut in 2025. These appearances may look ordinary at first, but look closer. Leonor is increasingly being seen beside the king and queen, not simply as their daughter, but as the future monarch. And that distinction matters, because royal succession isn't only about waiting for a crown. It is about gradually building trust, experience, confidence, and a public connection with the people you may one day serve. And Leonor's 2026 schedule suggests that process is accelerating. She is gaining military experience. She is beginning higher education focused on subjects directly relevant to public life. She is appearing at major national events. And she is increasingly participating in international moments where Spain's image is on the global stage. So here's the question: is Leonor ready for the next chapter? Nobody can know exactly what the future holds. But one thing is becoming increasingly clear. The little girl who once stood beside her parents at official ceremonies is growing into a young woman with responsibilities of her own. The crown may still be in the future, but the preparation for it? That is happening right now. And perhaps the most fascinating part of Leonor's story isn't wondering when she will become queen. It's watching her discover what kind of queen she might eventually become. Because 2026 may not be the year Leonor inherits the throne, but it could be the year Spain begins to see its future queen in a completely different way.